Yes, thanks and welcome again. Today is a good day. It's a good day to go on and study about mental health and factors affecting mental health. Today, as we say, we are going to have another topic, and this topic is just a minute. Yes, this topic is about developmental milestones. Developmental milestones. How a person grows through childhood to adulthood. Then after adulthood, we have old age. Now the question runs here, and we ask, what are developmental milestones? What are developmental milestones? When I say developmental milestones are skills or abilities that most children achieve. These are abilities that most children achieve at certain ages as they grow and develop. As you grow and you develop, these milestones are used to track a child's progress in different areas of development. You see, they are used to track a child's progress in different areas in development. And remember, development is not only for children, but it entails even in adulthood. Now, you you don't develop only your body. You don't develop only your body. You develop as a whole. How do you develop as a whole? Now, when we talk about development, which areas are we talking about? Not physical growth. Development entails several things. We don't only talk about the physical growth of development, mass. No, there are some things that we check to say that this person is developing well. Now we start by knowing which areas are for development. Now, so that we say the milestones of this person are okay. They are divided into four main areas: physical, the body, how you grow, how you grow. The second one is cognitive. Cognitive. When we talk about cognitive, we are talking about uh, reasoning. Yes. Reasoning, thinking and learning. Yes. How you reason, how you think and learn. Yes. And then the third one is language and communication. How do you communicate to others? How do you communicate to other people? Language and communication. The other one is social and emotional milestone. How do you socialize? How do you interact to others? I've said in development, there are physical milestones, cognitive milestones, language and communication, and social and emotional milestone. In physical, we talk about gross motor. Motor we mean muscles. Using large muscles, sitting, crawling, walking. You see, a child crawls, starts to walk, and crawls and walks. Yes, fine motor function, using your hands and fingers, grasping, drawing something. That is the first one, physical milestone. But now we go to the second one, which is the cognitive milestone. Thinking, your brain, solving problems, memory, yes, understanding causes of things and effects of things. If I put my hand in a fire, it will burn, so I don't put it. A child reasons like that. By when cognitive functions starts to grow. Now, learning to count, recognize colors and shapes. That is the work of cognitive milestone. But you remember to our first yesterday review of the brain. We saw there is some part of the brain that helps you to to do these things. We talked about amygdala, the hypothalamus. You see the medulla oblongata, which gives you an involuntary. It gives you how to. It helps you to take and run involuntary issues like heartbeat. You remember yesterday we talked about it. Now the third one is language and communication, understanding using words, gestures, and signs. When you understand how to use words, how to gesture when you are using words, that is communication. Learning to talk. Your children learn to talk. You see, those ages, we will see, we are going to see the milestones, how they go from adulthood, the period of time that a child learns how to talk. Following instructions is also in communication and language, and name objects like triangle. You see, yes, you see social and emotional milestones. The fourth one, social and emotional milestone, interacting with others, showing feelings, playing with peers, showing empathy, expressing needs. Now that is the words I can use to say what developmental milestones are. They are divided into four: physical milestone, cognitive, language and communication, and social milestone. And we have said development milestones are skills and abilities that most children certain achieve as they grow. The milestone are used to track the child's progress. Now let's get down to the milestones themselves. Yes, we have the milestones are divided into infancy. Infancy, it is from 0 to 12 months, and then we will go to toddlerhood. A toddler is a child who is, using the knees and the hands to walk. Toddlerhood from 1 to 3 years. Yes, and then we have preschool age. The preschool age, preschool. Yeah, in some countries they call it pre-unit. Pre-unit, when this child is learning how to go to school, cooperative. This is from 3 to 5 years, and then we have school age. School age. Now the child knows I'm in school and I have to learn. This is 6 to 12 years, and then we have adolescent age. Adolescence, this is 13 to 18 years. You understand? Everybody understands the issues when it comes to adolescent age. We will see as I am just outlining. We have early adulthood from 19 to 40 years, when you are strong, you know what you are doing, you are going to college, and you want to build the nation. Now, this is the ages that everyone is very aggressive and knows what he's doing, 19 to 40 years. And then we have middle adulthood. Middle adulthood, that is from 40 years to 65 years. Middle adulthood. You are an adult between the adulthood, middle adulthood. Then we have the late adulthood, 65 plus years. Here you've tried your best, you've done what you've done, and now it's time to relax and see what you've been doing. Now, let's start each stage one by one. I'll outline the stages again. The stages runs like this: infancy, toddlerhood, preschool age. We have we have adolescent. After adolescent, we have early adulthood. We have middle adulthood, the seventh one, and the last one, late adulthood. That is 65 years of age plus. Now we go down to the first infancy. Infancy, we have said that is from 0 to 12 years. 0 to 12 years. 0 to 12 years. This is emotional and social. mm, Begins to form secure attachment to primary caregiver. Primary caregiver. Most primary caregivers we know are the parents, the mother mostly, and the father. or yeah, those that have close relationship, who maybe the parent is not there, this child is picked from hospital, you start forming a close relationship and attachment to the person who is taking care of the child responds to emotions and cues, e.g. smiles, he smiles to a baby, the baby smiles back because this child cannot talk. Exhibit stranger anxiety. Hey, a stranger. You've seen sometimes when a baby is near a stranger, it becomes uncomfortable, and because this baby doesn't know this stranger, he is used to the caregiver, the parent, or the parent. He shows preference to familiar people, people that are around him, those that are taking care of the baby. You see, this is from 0 to 12 years. Now, that is when we talk about emotional and social factor in infancy. When we talk about the cognitive factor, cognitive, you say cognitive, we are talking about brain issues develop object object permanence around 6 to 9 years. Object permanence, cognitive. He starts having the permanence. He starts putting things in the brain. Yes, like that. It begins to understand the cause and effects. Hmm? Each crying brings attention. So when a baby needs something, the second thing he'll do after thinking is cry so that this baby gets attention from the caregiver or a person who is around. Explores environment through senses. You see, explores environment through senses. Yes, he senses things and he knows the environment is not okay. Yes, like that. Behavioral. From the cognitive, we go to behavioral. From the behavioral, we will go to toddler. The second one. Now, here, behavioral, we begin to self-soothe, easy, sucking, and thumb. And then we have express discomfort, joy, fear through facial expression and cry. You see, when this at this period of time, an infant will always express his fears through cry or facial expression. Now, in the period of infancy, there are three categories that we've gone through. We have emotional and social, we have cognitive and behavioral. In behavioral, we have said one thing which is very important. In behavioral, we have said begins to soothe, to self-soothe. In this sucking the thumb, this sucking the thumb, self-soothing as him or herself. Express discomfort, joy, fear through facial expressions. He will express discomfort through facial expressions. Now we go to toddlerhood. Toddlerhood, you have said, is a year between 1 to 3 years. 1 to 3 years is a age where emotional and so it is an age where this child has started to know how to walk. He knows how to not to walk, to move from point A to point B. Yes, that is a toddler between the years of 1 to 3 years. Emotional, let's go to emotional and social factor. Shows increased independence and separation anxiety. Yes, this is the period where this baby wants to show independence and separation anxiety. He starts to learn how to not to be afraid to people. He starts to learn how to interact with new strangers. Yes, and demonstrate temper tantrums as expression of frustration. When you do something bad to a baby, this baby will have some tantrums. He will cry, throw things around. Those are the tantrums that we are talking about. Tantrums, expression of frustrations. And then we have begins parallel play, plays alongside but not with others. Yes, he's just playing alone. He doesn't want to play with others with fear. Maybe the others are big or they may do something to her or him. In cognitive function, at these ages of 1 to 3 years, we'll start using language, 2 to 3 words. The first language mostly these toddlers tries to use are the parents' words like mom, dad, those that he is always used to hearing, or screaming some words. If you put your child to watching cartoons like Cocomelon, he will start saying Coco, 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 is it? That is cognitive measures. Begins to follow simple instructions like don't. The child looks at you. He stops doing what he's doing. When you tell her don't, he looks at you. Understand and identifies emotions. When you smile, this child smiles back. When you're sad, the child knows there is a problem, begins to be sad and angry too. Behavior alone. The third one, learns impulse control through limited. Yes, impulse control. He starts to learn to do things not impulsively, to control impulse. When he needs something, he will not shout or do something. He can ask like give you a hand or such or yes. Show interest in routine consistency and begins potty training. He begins to learn how to sit and go to the washrooms on a potty or where a specific place where you know this child will be putting out feces, yeah, like that. That is the toddler stage. Now we go to preschool stage, which is the third stage, the ages between 3 to 5 years, emotional and social. This is where emotional now comes in. This child starts to have emotions, begins to cooperative play, forms friends, and shows empathy. Yes, this is where you see your child coming saying, "This is my friend in school or at home." Understands rules and consequences. If you do this, this is the consequence. This is the stage the child now starts to learn those things. Experience imaginary fears, monster, darkness. Yes, if you tell this child a monster will come and eat you in the evening, you will always be afraid. Yes, yeah. We go to cognitive. Cognitive measures at preschool 3 to 5 years. We will see many questions. Why? Kwa nini? Why? Why is this here? Why is this there? Why are we doing this like this? Why didn't you do to me like you did to her? Why did you this is the stage where you will be asked many questions. This person, this child starts to understand time and sequence, how time goes, when people wake up, when people go to school, when people eat supper, when people eat breakfast, when people are supposed to be watching or this specific program like news. Yes, improve memory and imagination. We also improve imagination and memory at this age, 3 to 5 years. And in behavior changes, engages in pretend play. Yes, in pretend play. He'll engage in plays, run around, play groups. You see, play groups, it is a very good stage when a child learns how to play and do his things right with others. Develops self-concept, gender identity, name and age. He develops gender identity. This is a stage whereby this child knows I'm a girl and I'm a boy. You see? And my name is this. This is the age of 3 to 5 years. And my age is this. You see? Yeah, it's between 3 to 5 years. Can express emotions in words, with words like I'm hungry, I'm angry, I'm sad, I will cry. You see, those are the behavioral changes between 3 to 5 years. Then we have school age. School age is 6 to 12 years. School age. Now this child has started to go to school. This child knows now it's time to learn. Emotional and social, between the emotions and social form stable friendships. He'll be categorical in school or at home. This is my friend because he has a character like the one that I need or the one that I grew up in the family with. Development, sense of esteem, and competence. Yes, he'll try to fight and do the best for better than the others. This is the time that the child is competent at 6 to 12 years. He will have a range of emotions, a range of personalities, and this is the time he will see a child saying, I want to be a doctor when I grow up, or I want to be a pilot when I grow up, because his self esteem and his exhibiting competence shows empathy and begins moral reasoning. Now, this is the time you should be very keen when you're bringing up morality to your kids. Don't do things that you know they are socially unacceptable as your kid is watching, because this is the time he's speaking and learning and knows in our family or in our place, this is what we do. It's a very crucial time when you need to teach your children to grow well and to grow within your morals in the family and in the community that you live in. Yes, cognitive, we go to cognitive, improve in problem solving, concentration, and logic thinking. Improve in problem solving, concentration, and logic thinking. He improves in logic thinking. Logic, we are talking about logic is a broad thing when it comes to critical thinking and analysis in behavioral science and psychology. We can one day we will talk about what is logic, because people may think logic is that a word. It's a big word. One day we will talk about it. Now, when a child is in the 6 to 12 age, he start thinking logically. Yes, things that are making sense. Understand others' perspective, theories of mind. You see, he or he will start understanding others' perspective. Develop in academic skills like writing, reading, and maths. Yes, in school they are learning reading and maths. And behavior demonstrate greater independence from parents. Independence now is exhibiting more independence from uh, asking parents more questions before he or she does things. Yes, and we will see he participates in sorry, in group activities and follows rules. He'll participate in group activities and will follow rules according to the group activities. May be sensitive to criticism and failure. This is a stage whereby if a child fails, and you tell this child here you've done wrong, this child will cry and it will not be okay. To do that, you need to correct well. And some parents use a lot of harsh words, which is not okay to this stage. It's very good to use words that are at least good to the child to know how to solve things. Yes, we have talked about that stage, school age from 6 to 12 years. Now we go to the very crucial stage, which is adolescence, 13 to 18 years, adolescence. 18 is like we are moving to an adult stage, Now, when we talk about emotions and social relationship at this age of 13 to 18, which is an adolescent stage, this is a stage where struggles with identity formation. He will ask you who I am. He will not ask. He struggles to ask self, she or he self, who I am, what I am, what am I to this. Yeah, now, if he struggles to ask yourself at this stage, adolescent to 13 age, this is the time that the parents and the caregivers or the adults around the stage will always give support and try to make this person understand what is there between this child, what is the development, give direction. You see, seek peer approval and may experience peer pressure. This is the time where peer pressure is very crucial. So that I told you it's very important at the previous age, school age, to try and train your child, because this is the time he's learning the morals of the family and the community, so that when you come to adolescent stage, it will not be hard, because this is the time that this person is seeking peer approval from other people around, other ages of her or he around, the people that they are playing with, the people that he's used to. He is seeking approval and may experience peer pressure. You see, peer pressure, they always talk about it. If they like going to church, this person will associate herself or himself to people that are doing things in church. If they like going out in clubs, and some parents are exposing their children to drinking at an early age, you'll see your child coming asking you, why are these people doing this and us we are not doing? So it's a very crucial stage to talk to your child, to guide your child well, and be close to your child. Help your child in a good way, but not don't hit this child, don't beat this child, don't punish in a rough way. Do things that will help this child to understand this is what I'm supposed to do because of the consequences that may come. Sometimes I I see some parents harshly punishing their children, giving them very hard work and hitting them so badly because at this age, this child has turned to be something else. You, as a parent, you are supposed to ask yourself, what did I not do at the ages of 13 to 18? Or what am I doing as a guardian or as a parent that has made this child to start these issues that I'm seeing? Because at the previous age, we have seen struggles with identity, that is in adolescence. At the previous age, we have seen there is development of self-esteem, demonstrates greater independence from parents here. But you see, when you start demonstrating greater independence, you start forming your own rules. So the age of 13 to 18, parents and guardians, we're talking, please try and help these children to follow good rules and form their own good rules. Be icons of good participatory mode to your adolescent children to be like you. Let them understand the negative impacts of life of some issues to be engaged in. They are not good before because these things have an implication in your future life. Let them understand that earlier so that they know this is not the correct, or my parent has not done this, or my guardian, because he did not do, he understood or she understood the impact of this at this life here. Give a good punishment. Sometimes punishment may be adverse, but sometimes punishment may be good. Make your adolescent child understand the punishment that is being given is because of this and this and that. Understanding why you're being punished is very important so that you may avoid. You know, when a child decides to take control and take a positive control, he'll struggle or she will struggle to take a good choice. He'll always want to make the guardian or the parent smile. So when she misbehaves, don't overdo the punishment. Sit the child down, talk to that child. And if it is extreme, there are some measures that we will see that you can do to make this child change. But just know one thing: if this child has at this adolescent stage, he has become something else and is not changing, there is a problem from the previous milestone that you neglected. And if you neglect it, you really need to do hard work to change this child's milestone. We go to cognitive issues when it comes to adolescent at the age of 13 to 18 years. Cognitive. This is Develop abstract hypothetical reasoning. You see, abstract hypothetical reasoning. Hypothetical. Sometimes, but I will always say hypo is thinking low. So ethical is thinking low. You get it? Because now he wants to think like the peer group and peer pressure. Forms personal values and beliefs. Mm. He believes that some adolescents believe that we are Christian and this we are Christians or we were not supposed to be Christians. We were supposed to be like the Buddhas. You get it? Now, don't say that this child is misbehaving. No. You said he is starting to think hypothetically, forming hypothetical learning. Understand consequences of action. This is a stage whereby this child is understanding the consequences of action. As a parent, you you have your own rules in your family, whereby children should not come home at after 6. By 6, everyone should be home. But your child is not home by that time. She understands when she gets home, she has to explain where and what was they doing outside there. This is the age of understanding. The child may make a call, you see, telling even if this child will lie, he knows she has done bad or it's good to explain what he's doing. Some lie, some tell. Don't lie, some tell the truth. Yes, when it comes to behaviors in the adolescent stage, we have said the adolescent stage is from 13 to 18 years. Any age, any time between that, you experience, you will experience this to your child between 13 to 18 years. It's not like when it comes to 13 years, you will experience this. Milestones move gradually, and everyone has got his or her own milestones. That's why we have given a range of 13 to 18 years. It may happen at any time of this milestone. So no, now we go on and we talk about the behavioral changes at this time. Increased risk taking behavior due to the developing impulse control. You take risks. These children will take risks. These are the children that will be told tomorrow people are rioting and they will not listen. They will go. They will go to be part of the riots. Tomorrow there will be a lot of rain. Don't go skiing, and they will go to ski because they love skiing. So control of these behaviors depend on the parents so that we cannot lose our children. Begins romantic relationship. Very crucial. Parents, do you talk to your children about romantic relationship? Hmm? Sexual relationships, romantic relationship. How do you talk to your girl child, to your boy child about this romantic relationship? This is a big topic. We know one time we will talk about it. Some parents are really struggling about it, but currently, at this time of age, I've seen people have been open and they're talking to their children about it. We don't want to getting children at an early age, and sometimes children bringing up children is a problem because of maturity. How can we help our children to understand romantic relationships should be carried like this? Hmm? Parents, how do you do it to your children? This is a topic that may come to your family or as a guardian to your social community at the age of 13 to 18 years. Some may be after, but some may come earlier. Yeah, may challenge authorities and test boundaries. Yes, because they are reasoning, they may want to challenge you on your reasoning and they may call you old school. Don't feel bad, it's a development milestone. Now we go to the sixth milestone, which is early adulthood from 19 years to 40 years. Now you are an adult. In some countries, you already have an identification card. You are not a child from 19 to 40 years. Early adulthood, emotion and social. Yes. How is this person emotional and social? Here is whereby even if you don't realize, this person will start having intimate relationships. You will always see your son, your daughter on phone, long calls at the balconies of their house or behind the house, or, or he's always in a locked room talking to some people. Yes, you see, emotionally it's forming intimate relationships towards someone, seeking emotional stability and a career satisfaction. Career satisfaction. At 19 years to 40, this is a person that has gone to is going to college or out of college, doing a degree, masters, and also some people may advance to PhD. So when we talk about early adulthood, 19 to 40 years, this is a period whereby it's a very aggressive period whereby the parents who brought this child up going to college, forming emotional intimate relationship, wants to be to have a girlfriend, wants to have a boyfriend, you see that forms a long-term goals value. Long-term goals value, like what is your career? What do you want to do? Which kind of partner do you want in life? You see, those are the things that this person may do. Balance independence and responsibilities. When you are independent, you start balancing yourself and responsibilities. You start being responsible to your action, what you do, what you and when it comes to cognitive measures, applies abstract reasoning to real life decisions. Develop executive functions like planning, prioritizing, managing time. Very important management of time. If you don't know how to manage time, you may lose very many things. If you don't know the priorities of life, you may lose your life. You may have a very hard life because priorities of life will make your life be soft or hard. You may prioritize wrong things in your life. You may prioritize a wrong person in your life. You get it? And you've seen this is the period whereby this person is going through intimate relationships. Yes, he's going through intimate relationships. And prioritization is very important. As parents, when you realize your child is having intimate relationships, try to talk to your child. Train your child to prioritize the right person in life. A person who is having intimate relationship to your child may be a person who may grow your child, or it may be a person who may ruin your child. Why? Because they share very many things. And when it is intimate, this person may start may like or may want to show that I'm the best and I can do everything for you. You understand all those. So you try help your child to get the right partner because no one knows the right partner. Choosing the right partner needs experience, and experience is a very important thing in life. As parents, you know we have gone through many things. You, as a parent and a guardian, help your child to get through good relationships. Not uh, intimate relationships alone, but also friendship relationship. Tell your talk to your son, your daughter, sit down, try and help your son and daughter to go and have good relationship to good people, people with like minds, people with growth in their head, people that may help each other. There are some people that are not, they need help. Some people need help because of some addictions, and they are not bad people. They are good when they are helped, they do good. And you'll find your children are associated with these people who have addictions. Please talk to your children to be around good relationships. Yes, we've seen this is at this area of at this area of sorry at this area of 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 adolescence, there are many things that we really need to sit down and talk. Behaviors, establish stable identity and role, career, partner, parents. You see, engage in goal-directed behavior. Hmm? You went to university. You remember this is a very long time. This period between 19 to 40 years. You've gone to university. You've studied, you want to be a lawyer. Start behaving like a lawyer. Yes, because you are an adolescent in it. Now you start talking like a lawyer. You start walking like a lawyer. You start walking like a doctor. You start walking like a teacher. Yes, and you start practicing to be a teacher at adolescent. Behavioral. I've said it's we don't have a specific time. This is a period. That's why it is being given from this time to this time. So adolescents may come from 19 to 40. Just imagine a 35-year-old having adolescence. It can't happen. So early adulthood comes from 19 to 40 years. Seeking meaning and purpose in life. Very important. Seeking meaning and purpose in life. Early adulthood. Prioritizing, managing time, stress, and emotional regulation. That is cognitive function. Now we go to middle adulthood from 40 to 65. 40 to 65. Now you are an adult, you started working, you start focusing on generosity, leaving a legacy, mentoring, and parenting. Yes, now you have children, you want to parent, you have a responsibility of bringing out life. You see, may face midlife transitions or crisis. Yes, midlife transition. You did not do some things in the other that are on the adolescence and their childhood. You start doing them at 40 years. Maintain long-term relationships and responsibilities. You have responsibilities that are long-term. And this need you add around 40 to 65. That is where you have children. You have to maintain relationships for support. You have to maintain issues in your life. You have to give these children life. So you are always working hard to protect the situations that you are in. In cognitive measures, maintains cognitive abilities, may experience low processing speed because you're thinking of so many things and you've been through many things. So you may think slower. And this is the time that you really need to be okay mentally. And that's why we are studying mental health. This is a chapter in life that many people break down mentally because they have been through a lot of things and they are undergoing a lot of things that time, because at 40 to 65 years, this is the time that you are working, you are bringing up life, you have children maybe, or you were late in life by getting a job and you could not get a stable relationship. So you are struggling in life to do what? To maintain all these things. It's very important to have a clear mental health and know how to behave in this life. Yes, there are so many people that are at 40 years. I won't judge anyone. There are some people who don't love having family and they're at this age. It is their choice. And I will say again, it is their choice. At this age, if a person grew with saying, I don't like a family, I don't love a family, his mental state is okay. That is okay by this person. He's doing good. If this person is working, and he's single and doing it, that is the state of his or her mind. It's okay by this person. Now, but if a person is brought up with a family and you have a family and things are struggling, now it's time you need to adjust things up because I was saying uh, many people struggle in life because you don't get the ones you want. And in life we have needs, wants, basic needs, and wants. So needs are not wants. Needs are things that you need for life to continue. But wants are the excess things that you need that may make you comfortable in life. So needs are what? Food, yes. Shelter, yes. And clothing. You see, Those are the needs in life. But wants are luxuries plus the other things that you need. So a person that was having wants and the luxuries, but now he only have needs, may be psychologically affected. No, if these situations come in life, the choice of readjusting is very important. Having a clear function in life in your head and thinking about uh, you need to go back is important. How to struggle to get what you want is important. We will talk about it. I know many people are struggling about how to bounce back and get whatever he she had in a very uh, struggling manner. We will talk about it. People lose partners, they get depressed. People lose properties, they get depressed. Yes, there are so many things that people lose and then they become depressed. At the age of 40 to 65, it's crucial. And remember, this is a period whereby many people retire and their aggressiveness in life has gone down. You have seen in cognitive measures, slow processing speed. You can be having a slow processing speed. Having and being contented with whatever you have is very important at the period that you are in. Thinking of what others people think about you will not help. Thinking of what a person told you will not help. But thinking of how you want to make things to happen in your life is very important. Because now, if you think about what I was told with someone because of my position I'm in, it will derail you back. It will make you feel that you are not that person you need to be. And when you struggle to get where you want to be and you're not making it, you start being depressed. Now, it is very important to know how to balance, uh, not to think about the negative things that someone is talking about you. It's very important. It's very important to know how to get a positive thought of someone about you. Very important. You don't take everything about others or how other people think about you. In mental health, we talk about who you are and what you are and how you need to live peacefully and healthy mentally without struggling to get into issues of depression and breakdowns. Now, don't think about we are at the middle adulthood, 40 to 65 years. Don't think about what other people think about you. You are the person. Even if you are doing good and people are thinking you are doing good, don't think about what people are thinking about you. You are the icon. Think about yourself and how you want to do it in the next 1 year, 2 months, 2 weeks. Think about your goal in life. What do you want to be in 1 week? Because anything that a person thinks about you will not help you unless those people want you to help them because they think you are doing good, to at least to help them to achieve their goals because you are their icon. You get it? Continue thinking about yourself, prioritize in your self thoughts, prioritize on what you want positively as you go on, even if you are down or even if everything is down. It is hard, I know. Some people bounce back after very low issues and they are very nice and they come out very clearly. Depression comes when you start thinking. Depression is a wide topic, we will talk about it. Depression comes and stress comes when you start thinking about what people will think about you. Put yourself in an island alone at the state that you are in. No one is thinking about you, no one is feeling about you or talking to you about something. Will you be having those thoughts? Will you think about those people? No, you will not. So know how to stay away the thoughts of people. Know how to stay away from a person thinking about you. This is about middle age. We don't want to get more suicides because a person did something or a person told you something. At the cognitive function, we maintain slow reasoning, yes, relies on experience and wisdom, and begins reflecting on life's achievements, yes. Behaviors at this age of adulthood we see adjust and physical lifestyle changes. I've said adjust to physical and lifestyle changes. Now, you this is where you really need to adjust and know what to do and think about yourself, adjust, and you change lifestyle according to what you can produce to your family, to yourself, to everyone. May begin caring for aging parents. Because you're now your parents are aged, they don't have the strength. You are the one who is an adult, you start caring for them. Strive for balance in work, family, and personal life. Yes, we are most of these ages are parents and are working and they have their personal work. You balance. You don't go drinking a lot, you don't share social life a lot with their peers, and you neglect your family. This is the time you balance. And then there is the eighth stage, which is 65 years plus, late adulthood. You are an old person and now you need help from your children. Emotionally, reflects on life with either integrity or despair. Hey, you reflect on life with integrity because at the other early ages you thought well, you mentally struggled to be okay, you brought up your family in a good way, your decisions were remarkable, and you lived well. Now that gives you integrity. But at the early ages, if you had a funny compilation of events, you did not live well, you made poor choices. This is where you get to despair. There is a person who is called Erickson who wrote this, and he talks well about deep about despair and integrity at adulthood. I would like you to learn about Erickson, who wrote about integrity and despair in adulthood, in the late adulthood, 65 plus years, may experience loss of loved ones and social isolation. Because now at 65, you may experience loss. You don't have the loved ones around, they are not around you. Yes, and isolation is there. Now, seeking meaningful legacy. You want to be identified as you left something behind. Hmm? You did this, you did that, you started a company, you are the one who did this. The most of your talks will be about legacy and mentoring. Yes, if you did good, but if you made wrong choices, you start being despair, having despair, disparities, loss of integrity. In cognitive measures may experience mild cognitive decline, memory loss, attention deficit. The wisdom of life experience remain intact. Yes, wisdom and life experience remain intact. Risk of neurocognitive disorders increase. Easy dementia. You start forgetting dementia. In behavior, adjust to retirement and lifestyle changes. You are at home, you know you have retired, everything is okay, you don't have any problems with someone, and then may rely on others and support as caregivers. You know, most of the chronic issues are at these ages, and they really need help from other other caregivers, and so participate in leisure and spiritual activities. Yes, social and leisure spiritual activities, because now you know your life has gone. Yes, those are developmental milestones for today. In mental health, we really need to know about development of your milestones, of your brain, cognitive behavior, and everything. We have said they are divided into three: emotional and social, cognitive, and behavioral. And the ones that we have gone through today, from the first is the infancy, 0 to 12 months, toddler, 1 to 5. Then we have preschool age. We have preschool age 3 to 5 years. And then we have school age 6 to 12 years. And then we have adolescents 13 to 18 years. And we have early adulthood, which is 19 to 40 years. And then middle adulthood, which is 40 to 65 years. And then we have late adulthood, for which we have talked about 65 years and going through. Those are the stages we have talked today. We needed to talk about personalities. 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 I will say something about personalities today. Personalities. Yes. What is personality? People talks about bad personality, good personality. Uh, what do we know about personality? Hmm? What do we know about personality? Yes, personalities, when we talk about personalities, is these are traits. I may say they are traits. A trait is whatever you exhibit. A personality is a combination of thoughts. Yes, a combination of thoughts, emotions, and traits that make a person unique. Yes, a combination of thoughts, emotions, the way you behave, and traits that makes you different from someone else. Includes the way someone thinks and feels. The way someone thinks and feels. Response to situations. How do you respond to situations? You see, there are some people who respond to situation differently. How do you interact to other people? Yes, with others. There are some people who don't love to interact to others. Handle stress and problems. How, do you cry? Do you sing? Do you fight? You see, that is a personality. I've said a personality is a combination of thoughts, emotions, behaviors, and traits that make people unique. And they include thinking and feelings, response and situations, interacts with how a person interacts with others, handle stress, and personality develops over time and shapes by genetic environment and life experiences. Some common types of personality traits include being friend or shy. Traits in personalities, friendly or shy. Organized or disorganized. Calm or anxious, you are always anxious. Optimistic or pessimistic, you don't have anything that you are thinking for the future. Personalities, you see, I repeat, when a person asks you, what is your personality? This person is asking you, how do you think? How are you emotional? What is your behavior? What are your behavioral traits? Hmm? How do you think and feel? How do you respond to situation? How do you interact with others? How do you handle your stress issues or problems? Those are personality traits. Personality traits. No, in in there are types of personality. I will go through them today, so that next time we are starting to talk about mental problems. You have discussed from the beginning more about the brain overview. We need to start about discussing about problems in mental health. Yes. Now we talk about Uh, General personality traits and their link to mental well-being. This refers to both broad dimensions of personality that are present in everyone to every degree, and how the traits can influence one's susceptibility to a resilience against mental health challenge. And then we will talk about personality disorders. We may not talk about personality disorder today, but the next time may talk. If we have time, I'll rush through the disorders. General personality traits and mental health. There are five. One, two, three, four, five. And there are some people who call it ocean, ocean. You see, ocean is a big thing, ocean, and people say ocean, you don't know what is it. So here we will talk about ocean. What does O stand for? We start by the big bang. O, O, openness to experience. That is a trait. Yes, the normal personality dimension widely accepted in psychology. In psychology, is called ocean. The first one is hope. You are open to experience. The second one is con- consciousness. 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 Yes, the third one, extraversion. Yes, openness, consciousness, extraversion, agreeable. You are agreeable. You are agreeable. Then you are cooperative. You are cooperative. Neuro, neuroticism. Neuroticism. We start by openness and experience. We go to consciousness. We go to extraversion. We go to agreeable and neuro neuroticism. Let's describe this ocean. What is ocean? The first one is openness and experience. Yes, openness and experience is this creative, curious, imaginative, was practical, routine oriented. Yes, you are creative, you are creative, curious, open to new things, and your intellectual capacity is high. You know how to do things and to reason. At low, you can be conventional, prefer routine, less imaginative. Yes, at your lowest, you always prefer routines. You don't want to be creative. You want to do things in the traditional way. You don't like doing things creatively. You see, at your low level. Now we go to conventional, conventional. Yes, yes. Those full. Uh, Sorry, that was a break. I was being alerted about something here. Now we go to conventional connection to mental health. Connection to mental health. How do we connect to mental health when? Sorry, that was a break. I was being alerted about something that is happening, but it's okay. We will continue. We will continue from personality next time on our next video, maybe in the evening. Uh, Something has come up. Thank you for coming on this live. Today we have learned about infancy, toddler, preschool, school age, and I have brought up an introduction to personality. We will continue with it next time. Okay, good time. Be blessed.